What's going on, guys? Waco from Revolution here at Watches and Wonder 2023, here with Benoît Mintiens, the founder of Ressence. How are you, sir?
Good. Hi, Wade.
So this is one of my favorite people, just such a nice person, also such an original thinker, incredible creator. Also my partner in a limited edition for my very first Grail watch together with the legendary Alan Silverstein.
Super cool one.
It was a great watch. Benoît, tell us about these two watches that you have here today.
Today we have, on Watches and Wonders 23, we introduced basically two watches. The first one is based on the Type 8 that we introduced last year. It's a sage color, it's a new development. It's not with Ressence, we don't have paint on our dial because the dial is a technical part, so we have to color it with a galvanic treatment.
Right.
It's a new development, and so I jumped on it because they developed it last year.
Right.
And I said, okay, this is beautiful. Let's try it on a Type 8. So
it's stunning.
It's very fresh, very light, very bright.
It seems to enhance the curvature of the dial somehow,
And it comes from the fact that the dial is sandblasted.
Mm-hmm.
It's of course titanium, and so by sandblasting it and then putting the green sage on it, you have these little flakes that reflect differently according to the angle because of the curvature. The angle will influence the color that you see. So.
The 8 is so good on the wrist. Mm-hmm. It is like slim, comfortable, proportional, elegant,
and light.
And light.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny when you launched this last year, a few people said it's like he's launched his Calatrava, But it really does feel like that. It feels like almost like a kind of iconic men's dress watch. Just happens to have your orbital language to it. I mean, was that the intention, or?
Yeah, the idea was really to have something very minimal, essential. It's also the most simple watch we have. There's only hours and minutes on it. So it's really the idea is to go to the essence of what a watch could be. There's nothing that sticks out. There's not even lugs. So it's really like a dial on your wrist. That's the idea. 2 hands and a dial. And a scale, basically. That was the idea.
It's great.
So you have it here on the rubber strap, but of course we also have it on the leather.
Yeah, but I like the rubber strap also. I just think it brings
it.
this really nice adaptability for a watch.
Fits
Phenomenal.
And then we have a new case for the Type 1. We call it Type 1 round.
Right.
Very pebble shape type case. The blue is also new for us. It's a darker blue, more intense and more saturated blue. Feels really nice on the wrist, very classical. And it also shows a little bit this philosophy that we have in the brand. And it's really to emphasize on the dial and not so much on the case.
Right.
Because in the end, it's the dial that does the function of a watch and not the case.
Yeah, but you need to have a great case in order to be able to focus on the dial, because it's got, and you have, these are great fine titanium cases.
Yep.
They are so comfortable on the wrist. And of course your system involves no crown, no visible crown.
Yep.
It's from the back of the watch,
yep.
But it's so beautiful. So I love the treatment of this Soleil deep blue dial. Yep. And just before we started the video, I was like, hey Benoît, I really feel there's a sense of perenniality to your watches, like the sense like they're meant to endure forever. And you've entered kind of like this classic phase where you're creating like the pillars of the brand, right?
And to have this timelessness.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, we are one of the only industries that make products that have to go for forever. So the idea is really here to make a case that will stand the time.
Right.
I think that this case in 20 years will still be okay. Will not look like, oh no, that was a 2020 case or something like that. So it's really the idea to work on that, and for the brand we try to really make products as timeless as possible.
It's beautiful.
Even though we're always influenced by the time we live in, of course.
Of course, but still.
The strap is in cordovan, and also feels very, very nice.
Cordovan is the membrane between the skin and the tissue of the horse, is that right?
Yeah, so it's a very small area in the neck, if I'm not wrong, but I'm not a specialist. What I know is that it takes months to prepare, actually.
Right.
I think it's 6 months
before
they can use it as a skin.
Wow.
So it goes in a barrel
yeah.
For months.
It's got a great texture to it. It's one of these materials that gets so beautiful with age.
Yeah. In time, it becomes better.
Benoît, fantastic. I love it.
Thank you very much.
And just a quick question. Our collaboration was so successful. I mean, would you be open to potentially doing anything again in the future?
I am. We're going to do that.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Benoît.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.